Welcome, everyone. So on this beautiful Saturday, March 13th, we are now starting our Blue and Gold Banquet. So congratulations. We have another Boy Scout birthday. Plus, it is the afternoon that our young Arrow Light Scouts are going to cross over to Boy Scouts. So a wonderful achievement by them all. So to start out, as always, we're going to do our opening flag ceremony. So attention, will the audience please rise for the presentation of the colors? Color Guard, present the colors. Scout salute. Those not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2, Scout sign. Please join us in reciting the Scout law and oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to guide my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2, Color Guard, post the flag of the United States of America. Color Guard, post the flag of Pac 44. Color Guard, return to your ranks. Audience, please be seated. So throughout this afternoon, we're going to keep changing your attention. For right now, since it is the birthday of Scouting, we thought we'd go over a little history of Boy Scouts of America. So you can look at the projector over here. So Boy Scouts of America is a youth program of character development and values based on leadership training. It fosters means for young people to be prepared for life. That's the main motto of the Boy Scouts of America. It is comprised of 2.2 million youth members and nearly 800,000 volunteers. The foundation of Scouting is based on 3 critical elements: the Scout Oath, which you just all heard, the Scout Law, the 12 points, which you also just heard, and of course the Scout Mission. And the mission of Boy Scouts of America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and the Scout Law, the first 2 points of the mission. Sorry, I think I need a podium. All right, there we go. The first founder, Robert S.S. Baden-Powell, as a youth, Lord Baden-Powell greatly enjoyed the outdoors, learning about nature and how to live in the wilderness. After returning as a military hero from service in Africa, Baden-Powell discovered that English boys were reading his manual, Aids of Scouting, that detailed skills and techniques to survival in the wilderness. Recognizing the value he had for England's youth, Powell rewrote this manual to suit youth readership, called Scouting for Boys. In his rewrite, he acquired inspiration for an Indian-themed program due to the influence of Ernest Thompson Seton, who founded the Woodcraft Indians. Powell tested both his manual and his vision for Scouting movement by holding 8-day camp on Bornsea Island. A total of 22 boys attended the camp and were assigned to 4 patrols: the wolves, the ravens, the bulls, and the curlews. The camp featured a skill set theme each day, and it ended up being a very huge success. This solidified Powell's vision for his Scouting movement and led to a rapid expansion of this movement across international waters. So how did it get to here in America? It all started with the unknown Scout. It began with a publisher in the great city of London, and this great publisher was William D. Boyce. He was in London in the fall of 1909, and he was out in a famed London fog looking for an office in the center of the city. Nearly at his wit's end, Boyce stopped the young man and asked for directions. Not only did the youth tell Boyce how to reach his destination, he actually led Boyce there to make certain the American found his way without becoming lost again. Boyce, to show his gratitude, offered the youth a tip, but the youth would not accept it. When asked why, the young man told Boyce he was a Boy Scout, and taking a tip would negate the good deed he had done and violate his scouting code. No one knows who the scout was who performed this good turn for Boyce, but he has not been forgotten. In Gilwell Park in London, American Scouts had a statue erected in his honor, a large-scale representation of the Silver Buffalo Award. The statue bears the inscription, "To the unknown scout, whose faithfulness in the performance of the daily good turn brought the Scout movement into the United States of America." Well, that youth's gesture impressed Boyce, who later visited with Lord Baden-Powell himself. Boyce was so taken with Baden-Powell and the scouting idea that back in America, he and other men interested in youth development founded the Boy Scouts of America in Washington, D.C. on February 18, 1910. In 1924, BSA decided to develop a program for younger boys called Cubbing, with the joining age of 9 years old. That is the age our Weblo den would be today. The name was eventually changed to Cub Scouts, and the joining age and ranks were added at various times. The uniforms worn by our scouts today were designed by none other than fashion designer Oscar De La Renta in the 1980s, and has become a fashion that even today cannot be changed. The Boy Scouts of America has evolved with time, but has always maintained the mission to prepare young people for the future. Sure, our scouts can start a fire with a single match, or turn a string and tinfoil into a trout fishing success story, but these skills stem from the foundation of ethics and morals required to be our leaders of future. Just like on that foggy London evening, we, like Boyce, will continue to be amazed by how the scouting program prepares our children for life and an active member of our communities. We now have a presentation that kind of explains the colors of Cub Scouts. With the 5 scouts that are given Cub Master.
I'll call you up in a minute. Good afternoon. Right. Lively. So here we go. I would like the Weblos today, the Arrow of Light group. Please stand up. Very good. Listen, today is about you, okay? Everybody in this room is here for you. You've worked hard for this. You've earned this. So be very proud of yourselves. Enjoy this afternoon. Take it in. It's going to go quick, but congratulations, yes? Give them a round of applause. You may sit. Parents or grandparents or adults that have helped our scouts, please stand. Sit back down. This day's not for you. I just want to mention these adults that have helped you out, scouts. Please turn to your parent or grandparent, whoever's here with you today, and say thank you. They've worked as hard as you have, and you wouldn't be here today without their help. So great job to the adults. One last group I want to recognize before we move on is anyone in the room today here an Eagle Scout? Please stand. How many do we have? 1? 2. All right, excellent. 2 Eagle Scouts. Give them a round of applause. Hopefully most of you are crossing over into Boy Scouts and have that as one of your goals, Eagle. So what I would like to do now is I had 5 helpers I asked for, right, to do a blue and gold skit. Yes? Come on up. Can one of you help me move this table? Just move it up to you. Okay, give me a second to set up. Okay. I got that now. Okay, why the colors blue and gold? Many, many moons ago, a great chief called a council to see what he could do to make his tribe the best of all tribes. Oh, of course. All right. I'll come up here. He chose 2 of his bravest members. He told his first tribe member, "You must climb to the tallest mountain and tell the eagle to fly as high as he can to bring back a piece of the sun." He told his second tribe member, "You must go to the forest and tell the sparrow to fly as high as he can and bring back a piece of the sky." Now, the chief knew that this would be an impossible task, so he had told them, "Do your best." This is where we got our scout motto. After a while, both chiefs returned, or both tribe members returned, one with a little bit of the sun, one with a little bit of the sky. The great chief raised his hands to the sky. He says, "The blue from the sky will stand for truth, obedience, and loyalty. The gold from the sun, like warm sunlight, will stand for all happiness, such as being friendly, cheerful, and kind." This is where we created the Scout Law. As the great chief rose his hands to the sky, he said, "Now, pour some of the sky and some of the sun into my magic bucket," and whoo! And that's how the colors blue and gold were created.
All right, who would have thought blue and gold would make smoke, huh? That's pretty cool. Next up is within the scouting program, it takes the efforts of many of us volunteers doing their part to make the pack go. With every new scout comes a new opportunity for parents or guardians to learn the scouting way of doing a good turn. Sticking to the boat theme of our leader recruitment process, it takes many paddles to make each scouting experience special and memorable. We want to take this time now to thank all you parents that have volunteered your time to the pack. Thank you. Includes you that are live streaming. Now, unfortunately, we'll be saying goodbye to our Era of Light Scouts this afternoon. And as a result, a whole list of parents that really made the pack go over the last 5 years. We will take this time now to recognize these individuals. There was Rodney Cole, our pack treasurer. Dan Perotti, pack assistant treasurer. Ryan Namick, assistant den leader. Matt Kofroth, assistant den leader, fundraising chair. Camp card sales coordinator. He just couldn't stop, could he? Diane Harnish, assistant den leader, assistant blue and gold coordinator. Tony Thomas, pack trainer, caroling coordinator. Ryan Giesman, committee chair and audiovisual specialist. Stacy Giesman, fundraising chair, cake bake coordinator, crossover picnic coordinator, tied with Matt. Jason Best, VFW cleanup coordinator. Alex Decker, Pinewood Derby coordinator for many years. How many? 3, 4? Quite a bit. Hillary Decker, events chair. Aaron Lingle, cake bake coordinator. Julie Brennan, blue and gold coordinator. Brian Sell, sporting event coordinator. And myself, Derek Shoyak, den leader and staff sergeant. Now, it is a pack tradition to award a leader with the Gold Spark Plug Award. This award is given to a leader of the pack whose peers feel exhibited an extra level of Scout spirit and enthusiasm that was felt by all in the pack.
Thank you, Derek. It's a good thing you spent a lot of time making this look good because you, sir, are the winner. First, I'm going to start with a passage from Mr. Speed. He couldn't be here today last minute, so he sent me something he wanted to say to you, Derek. So I'm going to read this coming from him. Thanks for being willing. Oh, sorry, that was for me. Derek, congratulations on this very well-deserved honor. Deciding how to vote for this year's Sparkplug Award didn't even take me 2 seconds. You have provided so very many great contributions to the Scouts of Pac 44 over the past 5 years as a den leader, hiking staff sergeant, and all-around incredibly helpful guy. You are a faithful example of the Scout law in its entirety to our boys and other adults, and it has been a blessing getting to know you and serving Pac 44 with you over these years. You will be sorely missed, and I am very thankful that I was able to watch you in action and learn from you during the time with Pac 44. Thank you once again, and congratulations. And then for me, I've known Derek since I came here with my son as a Tiger, but didn't really get a chance to work with him because I was just a parent at that point. Once I became Cub Master last January, I literally only got to do 2 PAC meetings before we went virtual. And then we hadn't seen each other until the following September. We missed summer camp, we missed all of that. We went and did 2 more PAC meetings in September, October, and went virtual again until February. So I haven't gotten a huge chance to work one-on-one with Derek, but I have seen him in action. I've gotten to peek in on some of his just random Tuesday night lessons, and I can tell you that we as a pack are really going to miss you. Boys, you are, I don't even know if you know how lucky you are to have a leader like this. So give him a round of applause. Derek, you've done things like making our hiking staffs, which are beautiful, and you've done an amazing job over the years with that. He's also, I think, as far as I know, one of the only leaders that still updates our PAC library, and he's put a lot of information on there for future leaders. So even when he's crossed over, his information, his brain is still in our PAC library, so that's going to be very helpful. Thank you. And if you're ever sitting at home on a Tuesday night board, come on back. So one more round of applause. Thank you, Derek. Oh, yes, sorry about that. One more surprise that Derek doesn't know about. Can you play that for us? If you've seen this before, you're going to enjoy it again. If you haven't, please enjoy. I got some help from an unknown source to help me find this video. Videos ever. Okay, so hopefully you can take some of those skills on with you to Boy Scouts.
Yeah, that was the guy who was teaching your scouts how to put a tent up. So, all right. Next up, it's basically a snapshot of the last 5 years of your scouts. So we put a short movie together for you. You can see their entire journey to the era of light.
Hi, my name's Carter, and I've been in scouting for 5 years. My favorite scouting memory was when me and my brother and my dad were camping, and we were both awake, and my brother said that he felt something on him, and it turns out there was a slug crawling on him, so we screamed and woke our dad up.
What is the favorite skill you have learned?
My favorite skill is the movie making, because we got to hike and film movies at the same time.
How do you plan to use what you've learned from your scouting experience?
I plan to use the scout law to stay kind to friends, and the camping skills to camp with my kids someday.
Hi, my name is Liam Decker, and my favorite memory of scouting is starting fires. That is also my favorite skill that I've learned. And with the skills that I've learned, I'll go camping a lot more in the woods. Trevor Harnish. My favorite scouting memory is at my old pack when we did a pumpkin carving competition, and when we were done, we threw it off the darn mountain at Camp Mac. My favorite skill I learned in scouting was how to whittle. The things I've learned in scouting, I'm probably going to use it for when I move on to Boy Scouts.
Hi, my name is Riley Namath. My favorite part of Cub Scouts was when we did stuff together, like going to places and learning about them and going on hikes. My favorite skill that I learned was building fires and how the best way to build them was. I learned a lot of stuff in Cub Scouts that could help me in life, like how to build fires, then about nature, and fishing.
Hello, my name is Levi. One of my favorite memories about being in Boy Scouts was being able to go on a hike near Pretzel Hut and being able to start my own campfire and making my own dinner up there. Then that night we put out the campfires and headed back down, and it was just an overall great experience. A fun skill I learned was how to create a campfire. And to go along with what I was saying before, that project and that memory that I have was also a great learning experience for me, and it definitely helped me with learning how to create a campfire. And it will be really helpful in the future when I'm on a camping trip with family and friends, or just in my backyard when we're gonna have like a cookout or something over the fire, making s'mores or something. It'll be a very great and helpful thing to know. So that's a little bit about me and my time in Cub Scouts.
My name is Alex Shafra. My favorite memory was going to Camp Mac, and my favorite skill that I learned was fire building, and I'll use my skills every day at any time.
Hi, my name is Riley Thomas, and I'm an Arrow of Light Scout in Pack 44. My favorite memory as Scouts is sleeping on Battleship New Jersey. It's my favorite memory because it was cool to sleep inside a battleship and there were big guns. My favorite skill is how to use a pocket knife because I can go outside and put a stick and then make a s'more. And I plan to use the stuff I learned in Scouts if I need to survive in the woods while I'm hunting or I'm in a top secret mission on the Sahara Desert.
Okay, hi, I'm Noah Brody, and I'm here to talk about Cub Scouts. And my favorite thing about Cub Scouts was the pack meetings when everyone got together and did stuff. It was pretty fun and also kind of funny because we did skits and stuff like that. But my favorite skill I've learned is camping. I like setting up tents, surviving kind of in the wild, and starting fires and cooking my food over fire. And what I think Cub Scouts will help me with later on in life is just helping me have a better life because I can do service projects. I did this a lot, so I can do that and kind of like clean up and stuff. And then I also did scouting for food a lot, so I'll probably give food to people who need it every so often. And I've learned to survive, so I can survive if I get lost. And also, I also have to say thank you to everyone that helped me through this. And especially Mr. Derek. He's been my Cub Scout teacher for a long time, and I appreciate that, and he helped me a lot. Bye.
My name is Ryan Best, and my favorite scouting memory I had was when I had my first Pinewood Derby. My favorite scouting skill I learned was when we learned to make and put out fires. And with the fire building skills I have now, I can safely make campfires throughout the rest of my life.
My name is Elias Cole, and I am a Cub Scout. One of the things that I liked doing Cub Scouts is the breakfast hike. One skill that I've learned with Cub Scouts that I think will be very useful is knot tying.
Hi, my name's Keaton, and my favorite Scout memory is when we won the Pinewood Derby in 2020. My favorite skill that I learned in Scouts is how to make a tinfoil dinner and lunch. I'm going to use that skill in Boy Scouts to make an awesome dinner for my family when we go camping.
My name is Cy Berggren. My favorite memory in Scouts is the Klondike Derby, not the Pinewood Derby, but the Klondike Derby. My favorite thing that I've learned in Scouts is not time. One way I'll use the things I've learned in Scouts in real life is making fires at my house in our fireplace, and sometimes
God bless you.
I'm tying knots if I have to.
Say thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. This is over. P.S. It's pronounced Berggren, not Bergen. Goodbye.
So they all had an amazing journey. You guys had a great 5 years. You've done well. I'll give some time for all the parents to wipe the tears off their eyes. It's touching. You guys did great. I'm proud of you, especially as your den leader. I know all the assistant den leaders that help out and all the parents are very proud of you guys. So I think it's now time to award you guys. What do you think? You want to get here? Yeah, I agree. All right, what's coming up?
You have all worked for several years to earn your Arrow of Light and have reached the final milestone in your Cub Scout journey. Your journey so far has earned you many awards and patches. You have learned about science and nature, arts and the physical fitness. You have learned camping skills, knots, orienteering, knife and fire safety, first aid, swimming, hiking, boating, and being prepared for the outdoors in the summer and winter. The Arrow of Light is the final award, and it's the highest award in scouting. It's also the only Cub Scout award that you may be worn on your Boy Scout uniform. Before we get to the award ceremony, let me take some time to understand its meaning. Now, when you take a look at the arrow, it's already lit up. When you shoot an arrow, what direction does it go? Straight, that's right. Not like a rainbow or a curvy road. The arrow is to remind us to continue on a straight pathway, not just in scouting, but in life. The arch is the sunrise at dawn, and as you are rising from your journey as a Cub Scout into your journey as a Boy Scout, there are 7 rays of the sun that stand for 7 great virtues of life. The first ray is wisdom. Wisdom does not mean You need to be smarter than everybody else. It means taking the knowledge that you have to accomplish your goals. This will allow you to choose the correct and moral paths on your journey through life. The second ray. The second ray is courage. Courage not meaning to go out looking for danger or finding danger on purpose. It's being able to meet that danger in spite of fear. The third ray, self-control. Self-control isn't limited to the control of one's temper, but control in all things, emotional, mental, and physical. Your self-control will be tested along the way. You'll make mistakes. It's important to learn from those mistakes and become better. The fourth ray, justice. Justice is the practice of dealing fairly with others without prejudice. Always be kind, no matter what. Always lend a helping hand and do kind deeds. The fifth ray is faith. Faith is a conviction that something unproved by physical evidence is true. Have your faith in God. The sixth ray is hope. Hope means to expect with confidence. Always hope for better things to come. Make the best or see the bright side of any situation. Bad things are going to happen. How will you react and handle it? And the seventh and final ray stands for love. Thank you. There are many kinds of love. Love for God and country, for your home and family, even strangers. A big heart shows strong character. All of these will help you live a full life. Putting all of these together, the arrow, the sun, and the sun rays, we have the Arrow of Light, the highest award in Cub Scouting.
All right, at this time, Scouts, if you can come up, we're going to do our crossover skit presentation. Watch your step. Oh man, you just keep coming. Go over here so you guys can see the Scouts. Watch your step, Trev. Tonight we have the honor of presenting the Arrow of Light rank to 13 members of this pack. Joining us on the live stream is Aiden Brennan. He could not make it this afternoon, but he's definitely here with us today. But before I present these ranks, let me take a moment to relate an appropriate story about the journey these young Scouts have completed.
Right here along the Appalachian Mountain Range was an Indian village. This village was nestled at the base of the great Mitchell Mountain. With its peak at nearly 7,000 feet, it was considered a great feat to climb this mountain. So all the young braves of the village were eager to attempt it. One day, the chief said,
"Now, boys, you may all go today and try to climb the great mountain. Start right after breakfast and go as far as you can. Remember, use the buddy system and to pack your 6 essentials. When you are tired, come back, but each of you must bring a twig from the place where you turn."
Away these young braves ventured, full of hope, each feeling that he surely could reach the top. Soon, the first set of boys came back slowly, puffing and sweating. They stood before the chief. In their hand, they held moss. The chief smiled and said,
My, you barely got started up the mountain. You are still young and have much to learn. I'll rank you 2 as Bobcat.
An hour later, the second set of boys returned. They carried a fern.
Well, you 2 reached the foot of the mountain, but you did not start the climb. You have the eagerness and desire to venture far, but you hold back until you have gained more skill and endurance. I'll rank you 2 as Tiger.
After another hour, the third set of boys came back. They held out a wildflower.
You 2 have done well. You got as far as the springs, a true indication you are ready to venture farther on your own. You remind me of the energy and curiosity of a pack leader. I'll rank you both as a wolf.
A while later, another set of boys came back with a twig from an oak tree. The chief smiled when he saw it and spoke.
Fine voyage you 2 have completed. You made it halfway up the mountain. You have demonstrated your eagerness to venture out and learn new skills. You sustained a long voyage, showing you have the mental endurance to take on more challenges. I will rank you both the bear.
Later in the afternoon, the next set of boys returned, carrying a branch from a spruce tree. To them, the chief said,
You did great. Come here. You nearly made it to the top of the climb. All your years of experience have made it possible for you 2. That was not an easy climb. You both have proven that in another year, you will reach the summit. I'll rank you both as Weblo.
The sun was low when the last set of boys returned. They didn't express the fatigue and weariness of the other scouts presented. They approached the chief and held up their hands. They were empty.
Chief, there were no trees where we went.
We saw no twigs, no living things at the summit.
But far away we saw other mountain peaks.
And beyond them, the shining sea.
We saw how far the sun radiates its light to nature beyond.
It almost urged us to go farther.
Now the old chief's face glowed as he said,
I knew it. I knew it when I looked upon your face. You have reached the top. It is written in your eyes and it rings in your voice. You 2 need no twigs for token. You have seen the reward of all your efforts. I will rank you both heir of light to symbolize your new view of the world. I will now like to call forward, well, the Scouts are here, but if their parents can please join them, we will then award them the Heir of Light. So if you guys can just line up right here, and then your parents will go right behind you. I'll take it. Here you go.
Tonight we have with us the Weblo Scouts who have completed the requirements and are ready to receive this prestigious award. We have in front of us our Scouts with their parents. And again, remember that Aiden Brennan is joining us via live stream. Weblo Scouts, you have fulfilled all requirements of the Arrow of Light Award. Parents, as you have been so instrumental in your son's reaching this goal, I would like to give you the honor of presenting your son with the last award that he will receive as a Cub Scout. Parents, please present your son with the Arrow of Light Award. Boys, in recognition of the support of your parents, would you please present them with the Arrow of Light pin, and may they wear it with pride at your accomplishment. Pack 44 and streaming audience, please let me present you to our newest recipients of Arrow of Light. Parents, you may have a seat. Boys, please stay.
The Scouts alphabetically or the Scouts?
Okay, now our Arrow of Light Scouts, as they cross over, they're actually going to be introduced by their troop that they're crossing over to. So the first troop we're going to be doing is Troop 44, which is the sister troop to the Pack 44. So when I say your name, Scouts, if you can cross over. I'm sorry, bear with me a sec. Let me grab something real quick. Also, as the Scouts cross over, they'll be getting their Arrow of Light plaque. On the plaque is actually an Arrow of Light medallion. They'll have their name inscribed on it and a little fact about the tree that was used for the plaque. So this is made actually by one of our Scouts' grandfather. He did an amazing job, so they get to have that to hang it up in the room. Remember forever. Okay, first up, we have Riley Thomas. And please, parents, if you want to come up and get pictures when they cross over, please. We'll go slow enough so you can. We're way ahead of schedule. Scouts, can you please remember to take your neckerchief off and put your slide in your pocket? Thank you. Next up, we have Trevor Harnish. Yeah, go ahead, step down. Next, we have Carter Giesemann. Next, Elias Cole. That completes our list for Troop 44. Next is Troop 142. First Scout is Noah Parati. Thank you, Troop 44. Yep. Also, continuing Troop 142 is Liam Decker. Come this way then. Yep. Watch your step. Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Good job, Liam. Alex Kofroth. It's quite the operation getting them all adorned, isn't it? Next, Levi Sell. It's Levi's grandfather that made all these plaques for the Scouts. So. You said he cut down the trees themselves? Is that right? All right. Next, Ryan Best. Next, Riley Namick. Good job, Riley. Keaton Shoyak. And I apologize, I missed a scout for Troop 44. Thank you, Troop 142. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cy Berggren. How did I do the last name? Nailed it? Did I do the last name right? Awesome. Good job, Cy. Good job. All right. All our scouts, thank you, Troop 44. All right. If we can make it through this afternoon without anyone falling, would be great. So thank you very much. You guys did great. One more hand of applause for all of them for crossing over. Go to closing? Yeah, you want one?
Again, Mr. Speed wasn't here, but he says congratulations, and he made a little video for you boys.
Hello, my name is Ben Speed and I am the committee chair for PAC 44. Due to a family conflict, I'm unable to be there in person to celebrate with you, but I did want to provide this video message to share a few thoughts. It is Blue and Gold 2021, our opportunity to be thankful and celebrate the birthday of Cub Scouts. But in addition to being thankful for Cub Scouting and all of the great opportunities it provides, I'm also excited to celebrate the young men of PAC 44 Arrow of Light Den and all that you have learned and experienced over the last 6 years. From the summer camp tents to the catching trout in Lititz Run at the fishing derby, to the pandemic Zoom meetings, yuck, to graphite-stained fingers at the Pinewood Derby, to singing Christmas carols at Christmas, to bringing home awards at the Klondike Derby, hooray! To racking up those hiking beads, to shooting BBs and bows and arrows at Camp Mac. You have learned to tie knots, start fires, identify plants, serve your community, sharpen knives, and apply first aid. Hopefully those last two didn't happen at the same time. I want to say congratulations for arriving at the pinnacle of the Cub Scout Trail, the Arrow of Light rank. This is one of only 2 awards that you can wear on your Boy Scout uniform, the other being the religious emblem. Someday, when each of you invests as a leader to help boys get their start up the Cub Scout Trail, you can wear the recognition of your Arrow of Light on your leader uniform. This red and green square knot with a gold rectangle. You have achieved something to be very proud of. Congratulations. I would like to encourage all of you to consider this the halfway mark of your scouting journey. Bigger and better things still lie ahead of you. Stick with scouting and stay the course. Earn your scout rank this spring in your new troop and don't slow down as you pass the milestones of tenderfoot rank, second class, and first class ranks. You may pause to catch your breath, but know that there's more. With more effort, the ultimate scouting accomplishment is within your reach. Learn new skills as you earn merit badges while passing the milestones of Star Scout and Life Scout, and don't stop until you've achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. It will not be easy, but it will definitely be worth it. In closing, I would like to charge you and keep learning and growing into the young men that God is calling you to be. Take time today to say thank you to your parents and leaders for their support, encouragement, and help in your experience over these last few years. Do your best at all times. All of us at PAC 44 will miss you, but we are so incredibly proud of you and excited for what you have ahead. Thank you, and God bless.
If we could have Derek come up here. Sorry, this is a surprise as well. So, we just want to thank you for doing all this for our boys. It wasn't Diane and myself. It was you that kind of kept everybody together We really appreciate that. We know you're not a plaque guy, so we didn't have anything made, all right? But we put some things together we thought you might be able to use for camping and hiking from all of us. And we really want to say thank you very much.
Wow. Who wants to go camping this weekend? Good old hell. Animal tracks. I never tracked an animal before. New skill to try. All right. Okay. Well, you got something to say? Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get there. Yep.
Okay, one more congratulations to you boys. I'm going to leave you with one last piece of wisdom, hopefully. Once you begin your adventures as a Boy Scout, you will learn a new motto, to be prepared. I leave you with one piece of advice. Don't forget what got you to this moment. Your adventures as a Cub Scout and your old motto, do your best. As you move forward in life, I encourage you to use both mottos for whatever your goal is. Always be prepared and do your best. With these two things in mind, you will go far in life and accomplish great things. Congratulations one more time.
All right. Will Noah, Carter, Riley, Namick, Trevor, Eli, and Keith please go in the back and prepare for the closing flag ceremony. Attention, will the audience please rise for retiring of the colors? Scout salute. Those not in uniform, please place your right hand over your heart. Color guard, retrieve the colors. He's doing good. Go ahead, go back. Retrieve the colors. Two. That concludes our event ceremony. Please, I encourage all the scouts and parents. The troops will be staying here to discuss upcoming meetings, just how to get introduced to the troop and what to expect. We're here for at least another hour. We have it open. So please, take this time to get to know your troop and get any questions answered. Thank you. Oh, on your way out, there are snacks on the right side of the door. Yeah. Yes, please. This is why I have assistants. They remember all this important stuff.